The Intel Core processor inside the Transcend 14 is largely identical to last year's 13th generation in performance. That's pretty universal for 2024's roster of gaming laptops, but it does mean those after big gains in performance will be waiting another year. As it stands, the HP Omen manages to keep this CPU running nicely in its slimline form factor. The actual hardware isn't going to compete with that of the Asus ROG Zephyrus G14, but in itself there's some strong numbers here. Similarly, the RTX 4060, while running at a reduced power rate of 65W in this configuration, puts some serious work in. With everything dialed up to 11, Time SPI and Firestrike performance is within spitting distance of that posted by the larger HP Omen Transcend 16 last year, a fantastic result considering just how skinny the new release is. The story in game is much the same. I was impressed by these numbers during benchmarking a 14-inch slimline gaming laptop packing 70 frames per second in Returnal's epic setting at 1080p just wouldn't have existed a few years ago. Even though we do drop down below 60 frames per second at full whack 1600p in both Total War, Three Kingdoms and Returnal, these are heavy benchmarks and I wouldn't expect a machine this slim at this price to do much more. These are all benchmarked from the HP Omen running at full fan speed and with the system's smart performance toggle set to the full 15W. The HP Omen doesn't have the biggest specs on the street to work with, but with a handful of nifty additional settings it can certainly punch above its configuration's weight. These are impressive performance benchmarks for anyone looking to play the latest and greatest titles at high settings, though more demanding games might need some additional tweaks if you're boosting up to 1600p and beyond to the full 1800p of the display. Should you buy the HP Omen Transcend 14? In this RTX 4060 configuration, the HP Omen Transcend 14 is slightly more expensive than the latest Asus ROG Zephyrus G14, $1,599.99 for an AMD Ryzen 9 8945HS model. Of course, that's only taking MSRP into consideration. With current sale prices putting the same model at $1,359.99 on HP's own site, the story is a little different. UK shoppers can find the full range at Keys. At that rate, this is an excellent option for anyone after a portable PC with enough grunt to take on moderately demanding games with a few tweaks helping you over the 60 frames per second hump. The OLED panel is pulling a considerable amount of weight in that valuation as well, offering incredible visuals I'm yet to see on another rig at this price point. As it stands, this is an excellent option for both work and play. Battery woes aside, you're getting a slick device with plenty of power and features rarely spotted at this price point, all in a super compact chassis. How we tested the HP Omen Transcend 14. I used the HP Omen Transcend 14 for 2 weeks, testing alongside other new releases for one and dedicating the other to solely working and playing from HP's device. In that time, I worked directly from the laptop for 2 days, and played from both the device by itself and connected to a separate monitor in the evenings. I primarily played through Assassin's Creed Odyssey and House Flipper during casual testing, while stress testing in Apex Legends, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Total War, Three Kingdoms, Returnal, and Hitman 3. For more information on how we test gaming laptops, check out the full Games Radar Plus hardware policy. If you already know which brand you're after, check out our guides to the best Asus gaming laptops, best Razer laptops, and all of the best Alienware laptops currently on the market.